Hey everyone, I'm going to be showing you how to make this rainbow cake today. So first start out with a really thin rolled out sheet of white clay and use a cookie cutter of some kind to cut out a whole bunch of white circles. Just like that. Then cut out the same size of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and start out with white and then place the red on top and try to get any air bubbles out and make it as even as you can. Then stack another white on top. And make sure it's even, of course. And then add the other colors, like so. So before each color, add another white layer. And then just keep going until you get to the purple layer. And once you get there, leave it open on top. Don't add another white layer yet. Then roll the edges so they're as even as you can get them. It doesn't matter what the outside edges look like because you're going to be covering that up, so you can blend the colors a little bit if you want. Just try to make it as smooth as possible. Then roll out another sheet of white, the same thickness as all the circles were, and that's going to be the outside of the cake. So roll a sheet out that will cover the entire cake tower that you've created, and then just stretch and flatten it down so it covers the top, and then trim away the excess that you have. And if it rips, like I had a lot of problem with that, you can just add little pieces over the holes and just use your fingers to blend it all in, get all the creases out. And you can tuck some of it underneath and then just blend in the creases. Okay, once that's done, this step is optional. I just happened to have a spool of wire hanging around, so I just rolled it around to give it a cool little texture look on the edges. Next, roll out a coil of white. That'll be the border for the bottom of the cake. And use a tool of some kind to add a little bit of texture to the cake. You can either press from the top or from the side, whichever way you like. You can use a needle tool. This one is a paper embosser, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, do the same step to the top of the cake too. Then take a dark black coil and then place it in an arch and flatten it down. Then add a little bit of white to the black and make another coil. And get it as close to the other color as possible on the edge. And then flatten it down a bit so it's not floating high above the cake, and it will break in the future after you've baked it. Then add more white and add another arch. Next, add a mixture of liquid Sculpey and white clay to make this frosting look, and then just whip it around with a needle tool to make it look like a fluffy cloud. And of course do the same thing to the other side. And after that, pop it into your fridge or freezer for about 10 minutes so the colors won't blend when you cut it. And use a knife or blade of some kind and just chop out a slice wherever you want it to be. And carefully remove it. Then you'll have a nice rainbow inside and a gray rainbow on the outside. If you didn't cut a big enough piece, you can always just go back and slice a little bit more. Then take a peppercorn and roll it around to get a nice cake look. And if you don't like that method, you can always take a needle tool and just poke it until you have the right amount of holes that you like. And voila! Thanks for watching. Bye!